This is the Warminster Town Football Club Supporter Podcast. This is the podcast by supporters for supporters. We bring you match reports, interviews and much more. We travel both home and away to bring you the excitement of non-league football to wherever you are. Hello and welcome to the Warminster Town Football Club Supporter Podcast. And I'm your host, Roland Millward. Well, Warminster Town Football Club certainly got off to a flying start on the first game of the season. We'll take a brief look at that match and also we have a guest of the week. Who is that? Well, you'll find out shortly. But first of all, let's have a chat with Jamie about our opening game of the season. Well, Jamie, it's good to talk to you again after the first game of the season. How are you doing today?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Excellent. So, first home game, first game of the season, Radstock Town with the visitors. Do you just want to run through that game for us briefly?
Yeah, it was a very good opening game for the league. We ended up running out 3-1 winners. Three very good goals, actually, from Warminster Town. We played really, really well in the first half. Radstock maybe just didn't find their feet in the first half, possibly. We managed to go into half-time 3-0 up. A goals from Francois Allen, I think, in the first 2 minutes. Then Jack Millock, sort of halfway through the first half, got a second. And then George Butler, towards the end of the half, got a third. The second half, there was only one goal. Radstock pulling one back thanks to a penalty. A handball in the area, right at the death, really. Callum Hoting, despite diving the right way, couldn't keep it out. So the game ended 3-1, but a very, very good performance from Town in the opening game.
Yeah, I think the performance was the thing, wasn't it, really? Warminster's pressing and everything on Radstock didn't give them a minute to rest. And I think that really paid big dividends. Probably all that pre-season friendly matches against higher league oppositions helped the boys to step up to that kind of level.
Yes, I reckon that's probably paid off there, yeah.
Yeah, very good. So that was good. We'll review the... No, can't really review the league table as such or anything like that this early on in the season, but we'll have a little bit of a chat about other results and how they went at the end of the show. Just quickly, though, what about the attendance at Warminster?
179, which is a good attendance even for Warminster. You know, normally we get an average of just over 100 or around about 90, 100, something like that. So 179 is a very good attendance, and it was the highest over both leagues.
Yeah, so we've really up there. Cairn did well. Cairn credit. I think they had 176 in Division 1 as well, but with that kind of attendance level is what you'd expect in Premier Division. So let's hope long may that continue, and thank everyone who came along and supported Warminster. And of course the Radstock guys who came across as well, following their team, all helps with the numbers. And some good social distancing, I thought people behaved quite well, spread themselves out around the ground nicely as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent. Now, I believe you've kind of bought a camera now.
I have, yes. I finally bought myself a digital SLR to take nice pictures that takes action shots without them going completely blurry.
Good, excellent. So we've seen some already, Jamie. I think you've got a zoom lens coming shortly as well. Might be in time.
I do. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. So I might have it for a test at Wincanton tomorrow night.
Excellent, because obviously Scott, who's done a great job taking photographs for Warminster, now is on the road so much he can't be at most of the games now. So we need a new photographer. So it looks like we found one, Jamie.
Well, hopefully.
Yes.
I mean, so far it's gone quite well. So
good. We'll look forward to your results, and of course we'll share them on Instagram and Twitter, etc., and Facebook. So that will be good. Well, don't go away. We'll back with you shortly. We've got some other people to talk to. Well, at least one, and then I'll speak to you later. So thanks very much. Coming up next, it's our guest of the week. So I am pleased to introduce you to our guest of the week, who is Warminster Town's captain, the one and only Ian Jeffery. Good evening, Ian. How are you doing?
Good evening, Roland. How are you?
I'm very well indeed. And thank you
Good.
very much for taking your time to come and have a chat
No
with
problem
us.
at all. No problem.
Brilliant. So I've got a few questions, if you don't mind answering
Yeah.
for us. First one really is to tell us a little bit about yourself and your footballing background.
Okay. So, as a young lad, I got picked up by Southampton when I was about 7 or 8, and then was there for 3 or 4 seasons, and then finally got released. And then, played Melksham Town youth all the way up to about 16. And then I was made my debut for Melksham Town first team when I was 18, and played there for 6-7 seasons, made 300 odd appearances for the football club, won the Western League Prem, got promoted from Division 1, and then I went to Radstock and played 2 seasons there. Played centre midfield actually for a couple of seasons, and then moved on to Westbury. Played in the Western Prem for them for a season, and then got a chance to go and play Southern League, and I thought I couldn't really turn it down, especially now I'm getting on a bit. So I went and done that with Melksham Town, went back there for a couple months. Didn't really enjoy my time there, so decided, well, Krabby said about coming over, and it was a no-brainer for me. So I come down over to Warminster and enjoyed my time ever since. And no looking back, really.
Brilliant. So I was going to ask you that sort of question, how you're enjoying life at Warminster.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, mate. Obviously, I come over last September, and we were beating sides last season that were up the top of the table, and we were very inconsistent. We would win one week and then lose the next. But I really enjoyed it. The lads made me feel very welcome. And yeah, we all get on, and it's like a little family feel around the place. And the supporters are terrific. And playing in front of 150, 160 every week, that's all you want to do, really. So yeah, really enjoying my time here, and it's nice to be captain this season. Hopefully we can have a successful season.
That's right. Well, say you are the captain, and what's it like being the captain? How does that
Love it. Yeah,
it's
it's a very easy job when you've got lads like we have at the football club. They make life a lot easier for you. And yeah, it's like a family feel. The team spirit is as good as wherever I've been. And hopefully that'll set us well for the season, really.
Excellent. Well, thinking about what's happened so far, the time you've been with us, have you had any favourite games you've played in?
I can't really look past Raymond Glass, I think, last season. That was a pretty special day for the football club, I think. To go there, and everybody probably had us as massive underdogs on the day, and to turn up and actually deserve to beat them was a massive thing. And yeah, we had a very good evening that night. I remember rightly, and that was definitely a highlight for me. But also, even though we lost against Bitton, I thought in the last 32, was that right? Last season, I thought we done really well that day, and the last 15 minutes we probably lost. Yeah, we sort of ran out of steam a bit, but for most of the game we really did look the part. So that was another highlight. But obviously Raymond Glass, because we won that day, was definitely the one for me that I always look back on.
Yeah, it was a good game. In fact, the Bitton manager actually did say after the game that for the first 75 minutes you would have thought Warminster were the Premier side.
Yeah, and you definitely
nice
would
compliment.
have thought
Yeah,
that. Yeah, it was. And I think they made some decent subs, and that really did change the complexion of the game. But up till then, you could definitely say that we were the Prem side, 100%.
Yeah, excellent. And of course, on their steep pitch, they had the advantage of playing downhill that second half and 3 fresh legs.
I didn't know whether we were in Chard or Bitton at that stage, but it was a bit of a slope. But yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so we've started the season off. We've had the first game against Radstock. Did very well. Got off to a flying start with a 3-1 win. thinking about that, what do you think of Warminster's chances of promotion? I know Andy Crabtree said don't talk about that, but
yeah, I don't like to talk about it either. I'll be boring about that and say, we're not even thinking about that as a team or as a squad. We just got to take it game at a time, really, and don't look any further than tomorrow night, because I think tomorrow night will be as hard as it gets for us in the league. Wincanton away, whether you play them on Saturday or Tuesday, is always going to be a tough one. So we'll go there looking to get back-to-back wins for the first time in about 97 years. But we'll try and go and get a win there tomorrow night. But we're under no illusions. That's going to be hard. But yeah, we want to be as high as we can this season. So hopefully we can go and get a win tomorrow and then move on to Saturday would be the plan.
Yeah.
And not look any further than that.
Every game as they come. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The best way at the end of the day, isn't it?
I think so.
Don't put yourself under pressure.
You don't want to go, we're going to win the league, and then you end up, looking a bit daft. So, just take it a game at a time.
Thinking, though, about the performance on Saturday, I think there's a wonderful gel to the team on Saturday.
100%, yeah. The team, like I said to you, the team spirit is second to none. I've been at clubs like Melksham and that where we've won the league, and team spirit there was unbelievable. But this is just as good for me. We're all mates. That's what I love about it. We're all good mates. We all get on. We all have a beer after the game, and that's what it's about. A lot of the clubs, they'll turn up, take their money and go home, whereas us lot, we're there till 6:30, 7 o'clock, and you could see that Saturday. We were there till late, enjoying each other's company, and hopefully that will show on the pitch this season.
That's good. So obviously we've got a fair old squad, really, and some new signings. Are they settling in okay? Yeah,
the lad Seth, who I got over from Melksham, the young lad, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant player, but he's also a really nice bloke. And to get him over was a massive coup for the football club, I think. And I think he's going to do very well for us. We've also got some other lads that have come over. I thought the young lad Callum on Saturday was terrific, considering he's only 18, 19, and he looked like he'd been playing about 100 appearances for the football club. So I was really pleased with him. But I thought all the lads really did turn up Saturday and show what they're about. So, there's a good mix. There's a good mix of players this season. You've got the youthful ones and the experience like me, Jordan, Ski, Jack Miller. So, it's a good blend, I think.
Excellent. So it's coming on. So we've got plenty to look forward to. Just one game down.
So. Yeah.
Lots to cram in before the end of the season. So it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
So we look forward to some exciting times. So we wish you well, obviously, because the club will do well. You're doing well, so that's all good stuff. And thank you very much indeed for joining us on the podcast.
No problem at all.
My thanks once again goes to Ian for joining us on the podcast. And of course, we aim to bring you a guest of the week every week. So if you've got an interesting story to tell in football, you're a Warminster Town player or supporter, don't hesitate to get in touch and you could be our guest of the week. But coming up next is back to the one and only Mr. Jamie House. So we're back. So let's just have a quick resume of, as far as Division 1 is concerned, the winners and losers, if you like.
Yeah, well, Lebec had the best round out of the opening day, which has put them top of the league, amazingly. They ran out 5-1 winners over Cheddar, away at Cheddar as well, on Cheddar's home ground. So that was the biggest game of the day. Wincanton, who we're playing on Tuesday, lost 2-1 to Almondsbury away. Corsham Town beat Bishop's Lydiard 3-0. Cullen Town beat Ashton and Backwell at home 3-1. Hengrove and Bishop Sutton's game was abandoned due to quite a serious injury by the sounds of things. We don't really have any more information on that. They're sort of keeping that under their hats, which is, entirely up to them. But for a game to be abandoned, it sounds quite a nasty one, which is a shame because it sounded like Bishop Sutton were pretty dominating that game. So that's a bit of a shame for them that they'll have to replay it. Oldham Abertonians beat Bristol Telephones 2-1. Sherborne surprisingly lost 2-0 to Portishead after their impressive 2-1 win against Street in the FA Cup. We obviously won 3-1, and oh no, that's it. Sorry, that's it.
That's it.
That was the FA Cup game at the bottom.
Yeah, no, well done. Thank you very much for that. So it's early days yet, but Warminster off to a flying start, which is nice. And you've already mentioned, or we mentioned, we're off to Wincanton for the Tuesday evening game. And on Saturday, back at home again against Bishop's Lydiard. So that'll be an interesting game. And we'd like as many to come along as possible to Weymouth Street and see if we can get up to about 179 or more. You never know. It'd be great to have that kind of support again to make up for that lost time we had at the end of last season. So thank you everyone who has supported local football. And we also want to thank all of those too that have responded to the call to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we've increased it by about a third in the last month. And that's excellent. Still plenty more to go. We'd like to get up to 1,000 subscribers, but the numbers are rising. And it's good to know, I am going to mention this while we're on air, the number of people overseas who are enjoying Warminster Town. Somebody from Texas came on and wanted the link. So that's nice. They're going to start watching our games. I think the evening games might be a bit of a struggle for them time-wise. I don't know how the time works.
Yeah,
no, probably okay. No, they'll be fine that way, won't they, Texas?
Not too bad in Texas.
Not too bad. They'll be fine for them. And then looking at other people, good that we had Derek and Maxine from Solihull. They are Solihull Moors fans normally, but they do come to the occasional game at Warminster. And now they're looking for a home in Warminster. And will be coming regularly to Warminster once they found that home and moved in. So that's very encouraging as well. And other people that listen, we had a gentleman on Tuesday night at the ladies' game came up and said hello. He watches all our games in Northern Ireland, but they happened to be in England, saw there was a game on and came into the ground. And I think he made a nice donation to the club as well. So, this is good. This is what YouTube and social media can actually do for Warminster Town. It's putting us on the map, really, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So thank you, Jamie, for joining us once again. And I look forward to seeing you and seeing your photographs. Take care.
Awesome.
Well, there goes the final whistle, and that brings this week's podcast to an end. We've hoped you enjoyed the Warminster Town Football Club supporter podcast. So before you go, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe using your favourite platform. Thanks for listening.